I had the wonderful pleasure of eating at Chef Jose Avila's restaurant called Encanto. It's 100% vegetarian, but by no means does it focus just on vegetables. It has some of the most amazing touches of flavor and technique that you will ever see.
The Michelin is made with tomato and tamari. Then you
Just
can see
look
two
at the
leaves.
presentation.
One Miso leaf, the other one mustard
And it
leaf.
was so
Then
flavorful.
on the middle, egg yolk with tamari too and dried tomato on top.
This 12-course
Then a
tasting
spelt
menu
bread
is
with a
not
smoked
to be
butter
missed
with
if you
sage
have a
ashes on
chance
top.
to
you
have
so
one
much.
night.
Final moments. So these are what we call the petit four. I'd recommend you to get started first to the right side. We have kind of like a stone which is made of carob and hazelnuts. And to the left side we have a muffin which is made of a pine cone praline. Comes served also with a lemon gel on the top and a Buddha's hand pickle even more on top, which is a citrus from Southeast Asia. So this is what we call the rabanada, which is a sweet that we eat around Christmas time a lot here in Portugal. It's kind of like a French toast that's made with a brioche bun. To the right side of your dish, we have an ice cream, which is made of Jerusalem artichoke, something in the family of artichokes and potatoes like the roots. And then to the left side, there's a quince gel. Quince is a fruit that's firmly seasoned. And then on the top, we also have some Jerusalem artichoke crunchies and some oyster leaves. They have nothing to do with oysters, just a name. Obrigada. Okay, so this is the latest dish that we added to our menu. So my colleague is going to now place on top of your dish a cep mushroom or a porcini mushroom that we do a technique on it called shio-koji. So koji is basically a fungus that grows on rice, is yet another Japanese technique, and it gives like a sweet / acidic aroma to this mushroom. And then below that we have our wild mushroom rice that is served with both cooked and raw mushrooms. There's also a mushroom foam. To the side of your dish there's a parsley puree, and on the top some pear pickles. Now to it I will add also our pear vinegar. So this pear vinegar we make here in the restaurant, and then we age it in oak for 3 and now almost 4 months. So this is a good mix between being something very herbal, being something very earthy, and being something with a high acidity. So this is the first warm starter of the night. This is what we call couscous transmontanos, which roughly translates to couscous that are made in the north of Portugal behind the mountains. They're handmade and made with barbella wheat. With it comes served 3 different textures of seaweed, one of which has been fried in tempura. And then there's also a hollandaise sauce and a spirulina powder on the top. For next up, we have here the green vegetable curry that is served with green citrus and obviously some green vegetables. So in the dish in front of you, we have some broccolini, there's chard, there are green onions, melon, which is a mix between a cucumber and a melon, and then on the top left, shiso leaf, which is a crunchy Japanese leaf. Obrigada. I don't know if you can tell, but we love Japan here. But here is what we call dialeira. So this is a type of Portuguese charcuterie. However, here we make it with pumpkins and leeks. And then on the top we have 2 versions of a crispy potato, one of which has been aromatized with some red peppers, while the other one with a kale cabbage. And then there's also a crispy kale on the top and a kale sauce in the bottom.
Obrigado.
Thank you. So, in this moment we have our beetroot tartar with a sweet potato on the top, then a Dijon emulsion on the side. Thank you so much.
There's the Japanese turnip, which is called daikon, which is a bit more mild and milky in flavor. And then the Portuguese turnip, which is just called a turnip, and it's a bit more on the hardier side. With it comes served the turnip greens on the top that are aromatized with some ginger and some yuzu. And to the right side of your dish, we have a pine nut milk. Thank you so much. You should keep them in mind. Made with pumpkin. It's served with a pumpkin emulsion, and on the top is scabeche that's made of wild mushrooms. Then moving on, we have the white fritter here in the middle, which has been made with white beans. It comes served with some avocado cream, some leche de tigre, and edible flowers on the top. So this one here will remind you of some like ceviche flavors. The third one is here on the far right. This is what we call the azevia. And traditionally in Portugal, this is made with chickpeas, but here we use the smoked aubergine. And on the top, some pimentón de la vera. The fourth one, that's why I said mostly from left to right, is actually here in the center. So these are the golden hummus eggs. They've been wrapped in edible gold, and the inside is made of hummus. So be careful when grabbing them because they tend to be a bit fragile, okay? Then the last one, which is right in front of you, the peanut satay with some smoked paprika and some lemon on the top. Underneath that, there's a leaf that's called the kaffir lime leaf. And with it, you're going to place the whole peanut in your mouth. You're going to scrape your teeth on a leaf just to release some of the essential oils. But I don't recommend you to eat the leaf, okay?
Okay.
So eat in that order, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And if you're not a vegetarian lover and you just have to eat meat, he has like 13 or 14 other restaurants like this one right next door, the Bel Canto. And I hear the food is amazing here as well. And it was a nice night stroll after dinner. But I wanted to show you guys the nightlife, these bustling cities at night in Portugal. It goes down pretty heavy out here. But we're going to take it down a notch and we're going to actually do some of the traditional fado nightlife. Fado is like the blues of Portuguese soul. So that's where they're telling stories of bittersweet relationships, just like we have in the blues. And it deals a lot with Portugal's adventures and women who are left behind. Yeah, these songs are like of sadness and hope. So yeah, it's something like we would call the blues. So I'm going to take you to a restaurant that I actually visited out here, which was really, really nice, and had great desserts and foods also. But the fado at Ofalia was amazing.
Muito boa noite, senhoras e senhores. Sejam bem-vindos ao Fire. Eu comecei por vos cantar Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fire. Eu comecei por vos cantar Ai Vida, um poema de letra e música de Jorge Fernando. Seguidamente cantar-vos No Fado Zé Grande, de Raul Pereira, palavras de Hélder Moutinho em Balada do Sol Errado. Adeus, ó meu amor, minha aventura, de olhar sereno ao vento e brusco ao mar. Adeus, minha ilusão, que não tem cura. Adeus